Moving towards a different line of products from XPG, today we have something interesting, which is the XPG Primer gaming mouse. Now the hype was going all over Instagram about this mouse, and I mean it's quite interesting because it has a 12,000 DPI optical sensor, RGB lights, double shot surface with PBT, you have durable Omron switches, and I guess very interesting design. So guys, stay tuned and let's check out the XPG Primer gaming mouse. When you check out the main features of the XPG Primer RGB gaming mouse, it has a lightweight braided cable, tactile scroll wheel, DPI preset for the possibility to adjust the DPI resolution. Then you have the RGB preset, which also gives you a possibility to adjust the RGB lights. When it comes to just surface texture, side grip on both sides, and you have the PBT surface on whole top of the mouse. Now, what else is included in the box? You have the quick start guide, which we don't need, and we have the warranty guide, which we also don't need, and you have some cool stickers from XPG with their logo, with their brand name and everything. But the main thing here is the mouse. So braided cable looks fairly long, so let's check out. Lightweight, they say it's lightweight, so we're going to check that out. I'm not going to put the cable on a scale, honestly, but let's check out if it's flexible enough, because that's all that is important when we're talking about gaming mice. Now I got a bit twisted over here, but here we go. And basically right from the box you still have the tension on the cable, so it does need to loosen up a bit, but all in all I think the front part is already done, and you can adjust the parts of the cable accordingly to your table. Talking about the size of the cable, I think it's definitely 180 meters, which is quite alright for a mouse, but let's check it out. So the bottom part is red completely from the front to the bottom part of the back. You have 4 pads which are looking kind of smaller than usual, but I think there won't be an issue if they do the job. Talking about the top side, now as I said, you have the scroll wheel with middle click. It has a really clicky sound. Omron switches that go up to 20 million, which is alright, but we have switches that go up to 50 million, so that is okay. Let's put it that way, it's okay. You have additional 2 buttons on the left side which have also a clicky sound, but they don't have any issues with dropping in. So when you press it, it goes to the end and that's it. It doesn't have some sort of a left part where you could basically bend the plastic, which is good because some manufacturers did that mistake, and I still don't know if it's going to be a problem in the future. XPG Primer doesn't have that. And you have 2 additional buttons, which is basically made out of 1 button, but they're separated. You have 2 buttons, one for the DPI resolution and one for the RGB. Looking at it like this, it really is an ergonomical mouse. So it has a slight dent on the right side, which is quite alright, and yeah, definitely, it fits perfectly. So you can imagine that I have a full palm grip, a claw grip, and it works and it feels really nice. I can't lie, it really feels nice. The design and overall everything, I need to plug it in to see the whole design because I really want to see the lines of the RGB. The XPG logo is really nice and subtle here at the left bottom part, so shame it doesn't get some colors with the RGB, but this is just nice and subtle, so I would go with that. Connecting it, and honestly, wow. I'm not usually a fan of RGB on a mouse, but in case you haven't noticed, just when it's subtle I do accept it. But when you have some sort of lines like this, which are also very subtle, so you have the primer logo or a name of the mouse engraved here and it lights up. You have 4 lines of RGB going through the mouse, so you have the side lines and one on the middle that connect, let's say, connect with the scroll wheel on the sides. And looking at it like this, it really does look nice. I can't say anything against it. Now let's check the RGB button and what it actually does. So you can turn it off. You get spectrum of colors, but in a way that it breathes out and breathes in and immediately changes color. Then you have fixed red, since XPG is, as you can see, red. Then we have yellow, green, blue, that's light blue, sorry. You have purple, white, and we're back at the RGB spectrum. Now looking at the RGB lights, it really does look nice. I have no complaints about it. Let's just check one more time. No, it really does look nice. If you don't like the RGB, you can always switch it off. Now, when we're talking about, let me just go back to the RGB settings and check out the DPI. So when you're changing the DPI, it constantly blinks. So you have the light blue, you have the dark blue, you have the red, green, yellow, and purple. So basically when you're switching DPI and when the mouse changes color, then you know what stage are you on. Since it's double shot with PBT, I would say it's kind of matte finish and you can feel a bit of a sharpness. It's a really hard plastic and it does basically won't turn gloss or something, because we're talking here about high quality plastic, and without a doubt even these side grip parts are really nicely done. But for now I can say that XPG managed to create a mouse which is done out of high quality plastic without a doubt, and it does leave a nice impression. So guys, XPG Primer did a really nice job. Now we're going to test the clicks and see how it actually sounds and how it actually feels. Does it have a tactile click, tactile back? It doesn't. But then again, when we're taking into consideration the cable does need to get a bit loosened up more than usual, but as you can see, no issues while moving. So fixating the cable, it does get really nice. The only issue here is my table, which doesn't have the smooth surface to move the mouse. But honestly, thinking of placing the mouse on a proper mouse mat, that wouldn't be any issues. Since we're talking about mouse mats, XPG Battleground XL mouse pad, is it? Yeah, gaming mouse pad. So it has a splash proof surface, it has an extra large surface and anti-slip rubber base. As you already know, that is very important so it doesn't slip while you're playing. But let's check it out. Okay, so the rubber base is really cool. Let's see how it holds. It's really huge, and here we go. Guys, this is actually the first mouse pad that aligns immediately, most likely because it's a bit heavier, so it uses its own weight to flatten out, except for, no, even here it leaves a small wave on the side. But let's check it out. The surface looks like it looks like it's knitted, but it's not. It has some sort of a like brick wall design, because it has parts that go intertwined with each other. Game to the extreme. On left side bottom part it has Cordura brand fabric, and you have the XPG white logo on the far top right side. Now when we're talking about the mouse pad, it has 900 times 420, and I think the thickness is 3 millimeters. The stitches are very close, but the stitches are directly into the mouse pad, so you don't have stitching around like this. It has stitching all over the part here on the edges, which is quite alright. So I guess because of its weight, it straightens out immediately. But basically that's all we want when you buy a mousepad, so you don't have to place books on it to flatten it out. And the XPG primer really does slide nicely with only these 4 mousepads below. I'm pretty satisfied with the movement, lower friction. The RGB is great, there's nothing to say about it. The lights are really cool and you can always switch it off if you don't like it. So the mouse has Optical Sensor PMW3360. You can adjust the DPI resolution from 400, 800, 1600, 3200, 6400 and 12,000, which is okay. You have different stages that you can adjust through the button. When we're talking about the weight of the mouse, it's 98 grams plus minus, so that's quite alright, plus minus 5%. And we're talking about a 1.8 meter cable. You have 3 possibilities for your RGB. Basically, one is switching it off, you have the spectrum, and you have the breathing in a single color. So guys, yeah, that's all there is to it. The PBT double shot top part, side grip, what else to say? So all in all, I'm pretty satisfied definitely with the mouse, which does fit nicely in your hand. XPG primer, and you have a huge XPG Battleground XL gaming mousepad, which straightens up immediately, and that is really cool. It has the bottom rubber part, you have the Cordura fabric on top, which is really nice, and the movement of the mouse is definitely easier with it when you're using it. So guys, thank you for watching. This was XPG Primer gaming mouse, the RGB gaming mouse, my apologies, with 12,000 DPI optical sensor PMW3360. You have left and right click, of course, you have the middle click on the scroll button, DPI adjustment, RGB adjustment, and 2 side buttons on the left side. Battleground XL mousepad, and I'll put in the links below so you can check out the prices and everything and where to buy it. And if you like the video, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, don't forget to subscribe for future content, and hopefully I'll see you in another one. Bye bye.